A bipartisan vote in the Senate on Monday pushed the immigration reform bill forward and approved a costly amendment for increased border security. Here with details about the Hoeven-Corker amendment and its likely impact on the bill's approval in the House is University of San Diego political science professor David Shirk. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Professor Shirk, remind us of some of the top controversial issues in this immigration reform bill.
Well, the bill seeks to achieve essentially four things. One is to reduce the backlog in immigration applications to the United States to get people moving in more efficiently. Two is to strengthen border security as a way of preventing unwanted, undocumented flows into the country. And three is to begin to establish a path to citizenship for people who are here illegally, the roughly 11 million people who are undocumented. And lastly, workplace enforcement to make sure that we are properly enforcing our immigration laws within the United States.
And so far, the pathway to amnesty and the border security seems to be getting a lot of attention right now. But let me talk about the what the Senate approved. Now, the Senate approved the 1,200-page Hoeven-Corker amendment, typically called the border surge, that calls for 20,000 more Border Patrol agents, doubling the current force, and 700 miles of additional border fence at a total cost to the taxpayers of $38 billion. Is this necessary?
Well, many people believe that the border is out of control, even though we have, in the last 20 years, allocated 20,000 Border Patrol agents to help sustain our immigration enforcement. My view is that it is not necessarily, we don't know if it's necessary if the immigration reform effectively redirects those flows of undocumented people into legal channels. So, but it does seem like it's a politically necessary step in order to get everyone on board. And if that's the case, then it may be a good compromise.
Well, it does seem to be putting the cart before the horse slightly, but I heard Juan Vargas also say that, you know, basically that this is something attached to the bill that you just might have to swallow if you want the bill to go through. I've also read that illegal immigration from Mexico into the U.S. is at a 40-year low. What does that say to you about this sort of border surge?
Well, it tells us, first of all, that the factors that drive immigration, and particularly undocumented immigration, are economic. And we're at a 40-year low in our economy. We don't know if, as our economy improves, we'll see more people coming back into the United States from Mexico. Mexico's economy has actually been doing fairly well. It's not clear that border security is the reason why we've seen this 40-year low.
Well, let's talk about this amendment some more. It passed in the Senate but didn't reach the 70 votes. Tell us why those 70 votes are important and how that might influence how the House votes.
Well, for a couple of reasons. One is you want to show just broad political support within the Senate. Two, you want to make sure that you can beat a filibuster if necessary. And while there is very strong support in the Senate, it's still not clear that this bill is going to make it out of the Senate, nor is it clear that the House will ultimately back the Senate's bill or even a similar version of that bill.
A Gallup poll this month reported that 87% of the respondents support the pathway to citizenship in this bill. Would that sort of overwhelming public support be enough to sort of push both the House and the Senate to pass this?
Well, I think the American people believe that being a citizenship and a stakeholder in our society is important, and that's very clear from that poll. But people are also very divided. They're very concerned about things like border security, and depending on how you ask the question, they may be more or less comfortable with a specific type of legislation. That said, I think that it's very clear that this is a problem that has gone on far too long. Many people want to see action now, and this is probably the best moment we have seen in 2 decades for serious immigration reform.
Tell us one way, if the immigration bill ultimately passes, the House, the Senate, the President signs it, how would it directly impact immigrants in San Diego?
Immigrants all over the country, of course, would finally move out of the shadows. They would finally be able to go to apply for a job. They'd be able to go to schools, et cetera, and they would essentially be able to live like ordinary people in the United States. And in the long run, I think that's a good thing.
All right. Political science professor David Shirk, thanks so much for the update.
Great. Thank you.